What's up, Fomo fam? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I will show you how to not only survive the bear market, but also how to make money in the bear market. It's very possible. There are some really easy ways, and I will show you all. And there are some risky ways that can really make you money right now. And my thesis is that, you know, if you every dollar you make right now and you invest it wisely can be $10, $20, $30 in the next bull run, right? I mean, we have a lot of good quality projects down a lot. So that's what I would like to discuss in this video. Now, for the people that don't know me, like, who am I to tell you this? I bought my first Bitcoin in 2013. I did the bull run in 2017, pretty active. I learned a lot in the last bull run and especially in the bear market. And I just love to share my experience on camera to, you know, I don't want you to make the same mistakes because you only have like a cycle is every 4 years so far, right? And if you only have to learn once every 4 years, then it takes you like a decade to get the experience that some people have. And if I can share this with you in, you know, daily, a couple of minutes, then I'm very happy to do that. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, welcome to the Fomo Factory. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Give that, you know, that like button a good smack, man. Show YouTube that you like the content, that more people should watch this. Let's do this together. If you watch this, I say this a lot, man, but if you watch this, you are going to make it because you are still here. That already gives you the benefit of a lot of people. Last bull run, all my random friends were in crypto. Now I don't hear from them anymore, right? Well, you should be here now. So like, therefore I say, like, if you watch this, you are going to make it. Now, there are a couple of ways to make money in the bear market. Like I said, there are some really easy ways. There are some completely risk-free ways, and there are some riskier ways to do that as well. First tip I do want to give you, and I want to take a look at the market, by the way, as well, because I've got some pretty interesting stuff right here. But the first thing I want to show you, and I want to learn you, I want to tell you, stop playing with money that you cannot afford to miss. If you do so, right? If you do so, stop doing that. That's what got me wrecked, because then you are going to be impulsive and emotional and you make drastic decisions that are really not smart because you want to make, you know, quick money overnight because you see projects like Quant blow up and you see projects like whatever blow up, right? And you feel like, oh, it is possible. Let me put a lot of money into this, and it doesn't blow up. Matter of fact, it goes the other way. Go panic sell, buy the top again. You know how it works, and you end up being broke. That's not what you want. The best way to make money, and you make the most money, is by putting in the money that you can afford to miss and not to be rushy. You know, not to be rushy. I'm making some pretty decent money right now. And how am I doing that? Well, I'm going to show you, but I'll take it step by step, easy, easy, easy. Because if you make money and you make that, you take that money and make money out of that. You take that money and make money out of that. You know, the power of compounding is super powerful, and that really can help you a lot in this market. And now, like I said, it's a matter of surviving. The crypto market isn't, of course, looking very good, right? Macro conditions aren't perfect. It's all messed up, right? So yes, of course, it could be boring and you could feel like, nah, it's not gonna work. That's exactly what a bear market does. And that's exactly what the bull market, you know, the people that think like that are exactly the people that the bull market is not going to reward, because now you have to prepare. You cannot prepare for the bull run in the bull run, right? At least not as much as you can right now. So to talk a little bit about Bitcoin, and then I'm going to show you the ways how to make money in this bear market. And there are way more ways, but these are the most important. But to take a look at Bitcoin, what I find quite interesting is this, right? So let me delete that line because in this chart it doesn't make sense. So I talked about this chart quite a while, right? We were coming down from November, right? That's where the bull or the bear market pretty much started, right? We went down, got rejected right here. We went way more down. And in June, finally, it looks like we really, really, really stabilized up till today. Will we go lower? Maybe, probably, I don't know, right? But the good thing is we stabilized, and we stabilized for a long time now. So the bulls are really showing strength right here. Every time we get to these really low levels, this, you know, people were saying 20K support. wasn't really the support in my opinion. Look, if you see where the big support really is, where do we get a big bounce usually, right? That's around this level, 18,500. That's the level of support. That's the level we should hold, right? And we can wick below. That's what we did a couple of times here, especially here, right? But that's where the bulls buy it up. So bulls are very strong at that level. And it's a matter of time. Like, you know, we have to see, like, okay, are the bulls going to win this area or are the bears going to win this area? Well, the first thing that I showed you was this line, this diagonal line. It was coming, you know, and we broke above it, and that was pretty good. So we stay above it, but yeah, we didn't do much after. So how important was this line? Well, the trend has changed, right? We are not going down, 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 down anymore. So that's already good. Right, but a big move looks like it's coming, because if we pull up the Bollinger Bands, the Bollinger Bands is pretty much very simply, you know, the tighter these bands are, so the more close these bands to each other are, the bigger the move is that comes after, right? We can zoom out and see here. Here it was very here. I got a lot of examples, right? But here they are far from each other, so nothing really happens. But when they get really, really close, you'll see a big move is coming here. Pretty close, big move is coming here. Very close, it squeezes it, and then blah, Bitcoin has to break out to the up or the downside, right? We don't know that. But, you know, these are the examples that it went to the upside here as well. And, well, we got a crazy bull run after that. Well, if we look at the last, you know, months, year, basically, it's pretty far from each other all the time. Nothing really happens. Although we came down all the way, the Bollinger Bands weren't really squeezing there, right? But when we look at where we are right now, these things are like, wow. These are so close to each other. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable, right? That these are so close to each other. Like, put it in perspective. So that usually says that a very big move is coming. Will it be to the upside? Will it be to the downside? That's not what this indicator shows us. But be prepared for both scenarios is what I always say. I talk a lot about my price prediction for the next bull run and the timeline that I expect it to happen and such. But, you know, I also talk about the levels that Bitcoin might see if we go down first, right? And if you are prepared for that, it's still painful, but then it's an opportunity. And if you're not prepared for that, then it's just painful. Right? Then you can only watch. And that's not what you want. That's really a bad feeling. Believe me, these kind of things are the experiences that I can tell you, everybody can tell you, but you will never completely understand until you experience that. So therefore, hold on during this bear market and write down, you know, am I making money? No. Yes. Okay. What am I doing right now? What am I doing, and what does it lead to? Right? Write everything down, and you'll eventually start to learn. Right? Not only how the market works, but also how you work, because the market is the market. You can make money here. Right? It's how you act on this. So, with that being said, what I found quite interesting is, like I said, this downwards trend. Okay, cool, we broke out of it, but nothing really happens. But if we put the chart on lock, it's more interesting. Because if we put the chart on lock, then you have a slightly, you know, the chart is the same, but it's also not, basically. But then you'll notice that this line isn't accurate anymore. If we draw this line over the log chart, then you'll see this. Then, give or take, this is the trend line that we're in, right? This is going to take a long while until March, right? I mean, we can break out before or after, before to the up or the downside, but, you know, end of March is the deadline for this cross, right? If we stay above this level, by the way, you know, if we go to this level right here, then, you know, you can take this down even further, and then it will be in July. But, you know, let's try to be a little optimistic. So this is also super important, and this kind of leads to the point where this red vertical line is where I say, if you watch my previous videos, I expect the market to slowly go up again. That's around April, May, June next year, give or take. Very quickly. Why? Now, that's a year before the next Bitcoin halving. Based on the previous Bitcoin halvings, that's the run-up we usually have, right? So that's it for Bitcoin. That's just what I wanted to say about that. One other thing, though, if we look at the S&P 500, which is a chart that I think you should take a look at if you are in crypto right now. The S&P 500, you know, whether you like it or not, it is kind of leading. So these are the stocks, right? And what I find quite interesting, and don't base everything on that, but that's that the stochastic RSI on the weekly, so on the bigger time frame, and the bigger the time frame, the bigger the moves and the more accurate it usually is starting to reset, right? So we were very oversold on the weekly chart for the stochastic RSI and the S&P 500, but it's now looking like it's starting to, you know, have a reversal. And don't pin me to that, because here it looks like it had a reversal as well. But then that should be the end of January, right? But we really got a reversal in March, right? And in the meantime, what happened? The S&P 500 went down another, what was it, 8%. And you have to look at it like this. Whenever the S&P 500 goes up 10% or goes down 10%, Bitcoin usually moves 20% or anything, right? And altcoins usually move 40% or, you know, depending on what odds. So don't pin me to that. Right, but it is looking, at least it's very oversold, right? And it could stay there for a long while, but I'd rather see it here right now than I see it here right now. If we recover from that point, we weren't this oversold that many times, and we can look at the times we were, right? And the last time we were that oversold and we went to the overbought territory, what did the S&P do? It had a run of almost 20%, right? That's kind of a lot for the S&P 500. 20%. This was a big relief rally for the stocks, right? And if we, you know, this is purely speculative. I'm not saying that we will see a 20% run, but just if, right? If we see it from the moment we reverse. So that's what that was here, right? This area. Let's say 20%. What would it take us? Well, around this level of resistance, right? So that's 4,100 on the S&P. Now, I know the macro and all that, and I don't think we are going to see 4,100, but, you know, somewhere, you know, late end of 30, you know, 39 maybe, would be very nice. And that will give crypto a nice relief rally, probably, if that happens, right? So keep that in mind. So that's just what I wanted to say about the market. Now, how to make money in this market, because that's what the video is all about. But I don't think you can make money in the market if you do not understand the market. So therefore, I wanted to show you this very quickly. And there are a lot of charts that I can show you about the Bitcoin dominance and the total 3, total 2, and I will come back to that in other videos. First, how to make money. Well, how to make money, it depends on what you want, right? If you want to make money now or you want to make money later. If you want to make money later, then investing is, you know, just do it, right? Investing is great. Dollar costing is always a good idea. I mean, yeah, we can go a lot lower, but maybe not. And dollar costing is perfect for the people that are willing to admit that they don't know what is going to happen, right? So therefore, dollar costing is absolutely good. Definitely not saying go all in right now, but I'm also not saying be all out right now. I don't think both is smart, right? So if you want to invest well, if you want some inspiration, right? This is the portfolio that I'm building. I'm not saying buy this portfolio because this is purely based on my research, right? But if you feel like there are some coins right here that I don't know about, or maybe some coins that I do know about and I want to know more about them, follow the channel. I will talk about this portfolio a lot, why I make this portfolio, but also do your research. Check out these coins, you know, pause the video right here and check it out for yourself. I think this is a pretty good portfolio. If you do not have a lot of money to play with, this is a very too diversified portfolio. For me, it's also too diversified. Still, but I already got rid of a lot, right? So with that being said, right, next, how to make money. Well, there's a link in the description to Fairdesk. Fairdesk is a trading platform that I use to margin trade. Fairdesk is, I started this trading challenge with $170. Currently, I have $990. This is in a month. So I 6x'd something like that, my portfolio. 5, I don't know. 5x to my crypto portfolio in a month, right? And you could think like, yo, but why do you just do this with $170 and not with $70,000, right? Well, if I put more money in that I wasn't emotionally attached to $170 or whatever, right? So I won't make stupid decisions with that. If I put in a lot of thousands of dollars, I will get emotionally attached and I will make decisions that are emotional, impulsive, not well thought through. Sorry for my English. I try to explain it as good as I can. Right? So if you are going to margin trade, and especially if you don't know really how yet, just do it with a little money. Because as you see, with a little money, you can make a lot of money. And I took some losses. Really, I took some losses right here. But I took bigger profits, right? I took a big loss yesterday. My biggest loss so far. There was a loss on Solana. $83 gone, right? 11% of my trade down. Why? Well, I took my trade on Solana. I felt like, okay, I'm going to long it. I opened it at $30.07, but I felt like Solana might go down a lot. Might, right? And I was longing it because I thought it was going to go up. So I set my stop loss just to be sure at $29.59. And I'm happy I did, because I took this trade yesterday and I opened it here, right? And I got stopped out 29.59%, $59. So I got stopped out here. So it was on a 7x leverage. Okay, but it came down 1.58%. But look where it came down to in total, 5.35%. Right, so 5.35% times 7, because I was doing it on a 7x leverage. This is the power of stop loss, basically. I lost $80. Cool. But if I didn't set my stop loss, I lost 37% instead of 10%. So that's more than 3 times as much, right? So I would have lost $280, something like that, if I didn't set my stop loss, right? And if I took my loss, of course, but still I would have been in way bigger loss. So if you are going to margin trade, I'm having a playlist right here on this channel as well. So go check that out. It's a playlist. If you go to playlist, I will make sure to pin it on the homepage. But it's here, trading challenge. I don't have a lot of videos in there yet, but I will show you how to exactly margin trade. So sometimes you just need to take a loss to prevent yourself from taking bigger losses. And you just have to calculate, like, okay, if this trade goes well, what do I gain? And if this doesn't go well, what do I lose? Make a good ratio between that, right? And you have these tools you can use. I'll show you that later as well. But I made some decent trades, right? You see a lot of green. Sometimes I take my losses, right? So that's good. I'm making money right here. So that's one. Second thing that I'm doing, and I really want to give a shout out to Sheldon from Crypto Banter. That's what I'm just started to do right now. So I didn't make a lot of trades, but for now it's okay. I'm doing, and I made a video about that. Also kind of trading, but not like this. I did a trading, I'm doing a trading challenge. So I put $1,000 into Bitcoin on Binance, and what I do, I will show you very quick. I made a video already. I'm doing this on the 4-hour time frame. So if we pull up TradingView, and you have to set it on the 4-hour time frame, right? So what he basically said, and I was always preaching about stochastic RSI, and he said kind of the same, but he also said this, just do this. Whenever it's low on the 4-hour, 12-hour, weekly, whatever time frame, whenever it's low, you buy. When the cross comes, still not sure what cross, because it crosses a lot, right? And whenever it's high, sell it. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not even looking at the charts. Just when it's low, I buy. When it's high, I sell. That's it. On the 4-hour time frame, you can get a couple of trades out of it, right? This was the 14th of October. It was high. let's put it like this. So, you know, imagine you start this challenge, right? It's now low, right? So now might be a time to buy. I don't know. Not financial advice, of course. Don't sue me. But let's say it's low. You buy it. See here, it's high, right? So you sell it. And of course, here it's high as well, so you miss out. But still, low, buy here, sell here. It's not a big trade, but you have gains, right? Then, again, when it's low, you buy back in again, here. And when it's high, you sell it. And now it's low, you buy back in again. So you make a trade like, you know, this was the 11th, this was the 12th, or 14th, however you want to look at it, right? This is the 16th, this is the 18th, now it's 19, 20, right? So you make, you buy it and you sell it maybe 2 days later, and then you buy it 2 days later again. So, you know, sometimes you trade it. So this is going, you know, okay, right? I started with $1,000. The market is still at the point, you know, at low 19s as when I started, but I do have, you know, $40 profit already, free $40, right? And when the market goes up again, it's a lot more. So, you know, that's going great. I'm also doing this on KuCoin, and there I'm doing it with $500, and there I currently have $540, so I have 8% gains. How come I have more gains right there? Well, one, I'm doing this on the 12-hour chart, right? So if we go back to the Bitcoin chart and we put it on the 12-hour chart, right? Then I'm doing it on the 12-hour chart. So, you know, you trade a lot less right here, because here it's high, you sell, that's on the 5th of October. And when it's low again, it's around, you know, a week later. And then it's high again, it's around a week later as well. So you're basically trading once every week, right? But the ranges are bigger, so you make more gains. Plus, that's not what he taught people to do, but that's just what I'm doing. I'm doing this on margin, but I'm doing this on the 2x leverage, just a 2x, because you can, of course, I can choose when it's here to long it, right? But then if I do that, and just like here, the market first goes down even more, right? And I'm having it on a too high leverage, then I'm getting liquidated. That's not what I want. On a 2x leverage, you know, I'm not getting liquidated, right? So I'm basically doubling my gains right there. But also my losses if my trading goes bad, right? So that's something you need to consider. So what I did is I've sold my Bitcoin. And now, you know, for the 12-hour chart in this particular case, you know, I've sold it here. Around, I don't know exactly the level. Let me take a look, and I see it right here, so I can show you. It's not even, of course I'm trading with USDT. I can really show you right here. 12, 15, whatever. But I've sold my Bitcoin, and now I'm going to buy it back whenever it's here. So yeah, that might take a few days from now, and I'm pretty patient, but this is a pretty safe way as well to make money in the bear market. Now, there are so many ways, and I'm not want to take this video too long, but another very safe way, and that's another banter tip. So I like these guys, man. That's from Miles. He's young, but he's such a smart dude, man. And this is what you are going to like, because this is risk-free. And I really like the risk-free stuff, because this, what I just showed you, is relatively safe. I almost wanted to use the word guaranteed, but that doesn't exist. But it's relatively safe, right? Now, you're still trading with your own money, though. You have to have the money in the first place, right? If you feel like, yeah, well, I don't really have the money for that, and even if I have, I don't want to risk it. Okay, cool. Then here is a risk-free way, and that's by doing airdrops. And there are a couple of ways to do airdrops. You can just go to this website, for example, airdrops, sorry, .io. This is a website that collects airdrops. So here you'll see all the airdrops that are going on. So for example, this is a very hot airdrop, so you can check it out right here. Here you can see what you have to do to be eligible for that airdrop. So follow these guys on Twitter, make at least one cross-chain swap on their exchange, right? And post a tweet with a screenshot. So here you really actively have to do something. And that's often the case, right? This isn't even a new project, but often when a new project comes out, you have to do some stuff, right? That's the way that they promote themselves. So here as well, visit the giveaway page, submit your details, sign up, complete simple task. Sometimes you have to KYC. So some airdrops are very easy to do, some take some time, some really suck, but it's all free money, right? And airdrops could be worth a lot of money. But there's another way to do airdrops, and that's what Miles tweeted. And I really like what he tweeted right here, because there are some new projects that are not right here, right? You have to be a little more about the inside information. And luckily he shares really alpha stuff. So really follow this guy, right? He posted right here. Missed the Aptos airdrop. We all know about Aptos, right? The lunch with, without tokenomics and every exchange and billions market cap and all that. Whatever. People made a lot of money. Keep your eyes on these upcoming projects. So he tweeted about all these 5 airdrops that you can participate in. And airdrops can make you a lot of money. I did a lot of airdrops in 2017, 18. The phone that I used it with was broken, but I let it repair last year or anything. And I looked and I had like thousands of dollars. I was like, whoa, just by doing airdrops. But I did them every day, dedicated, right? But it's worth it. So, for example, this is a practically free way to do it. Basically, I say basically because this will cost you $5. And they say $2,000 airdrop on a $5 investment, right? And yes, because you get a layer 0 airdrop, and layer 0 is a project that's been hyping for a long time, like layer 0 labs. It's not out yet. They got a lot of followers, they got a lot of important eyes on them. I'm really curious to see how this project is going to do, and now they finally got an airdrop. And here you see where how you can do this airdrop exactly. How to qualify. There are only a few platforms that are currently live. My phone is talking to me. Some are free, but since the goal is to get it done on $5, I will share the method first. All right, so how do you do it exactly? Well, there's Stargate, the token Stargate. Buy at least $1 worth of Stargate finance on Uniswap or any other platform. So why do it cost you $5? Well, you have the $1 Stargate and you have a couple of dollars Ethereum fees, which is nowadays not a lot, right? So buy Stargate on Uniswap. Now go to the Stargate finance staking tab. So there you can stake your Stargate tokens and stake your coin. Once you did, you have voting power because it's a DAO governance protocol. You can then vote while they're doing proposals, right? And if you vote there, well, like they say, by doing this, you are now a DAO voter of Stargate Finance, which can potentially qualify for the layer 0 airdrop, right? And apart from that, you can also do this, and this. So here you find all the information on how to be eligible for such an airdrop, right? Now there are more of these projects. They have Sync, I don't know what that is exactly, Starknet, Quai, and Sui. And Sui is, I think, like this went little hand in hand with Aptos as well. They were like in the same breath. So that's, here you can do airdrops as well. I'm gonna leave his tweet in the description of the video to make it easy for you, so you can check that out. Now, there are so many ways to make more money with crypto. My other channel, where I discuss the low cap, the new projects, the really high risk, high reward stuff that can get you a lot of money overnight, or you can get wrecked. That channel is called Fomotion. Search for it. In every video, I give away $15 worth of BNB. So that's already a way to have a pretty high chance to get some money in the bear market, right? So that's just free money as a thank you for watching that channel. So that's what I'm doing right there, right? So these are already a couple of ways to get free money in crypto. and or free money to make money in the bear market. And to show you one thing that I do with Fomotion, which is going pretty well, is such a project. These are the kind of high risk, high reward projects that I'm talking about. So this is Pizza Tower. Pizza Tower is a project. This is a, well, so-called miner. It's an ROI project. What is an ROI project? Just like Drip, or for example, right? There are a lot of those projects. It's usually a Ponzi. I'm not gonna lie. I will be surprised if I see a project like this that isn't a Ponzi. Why? Why do I say that? Well, why not? Right? I mean, you put your money in, right? And you get more money back. And at a certain point, if you are early enough, you have more money in return than that you initially put into the project. Take that money out as soon as you have that. So your investment is safe, right? And then, as long as the project goes well, ride the wave, ride the wave. I'm riding the wave for quite a while now. This is one of the biggest ROI projects. They have a lot of deposits, a lot of people playing this, well, game, you know, doing this. This goes on for quite a while, and it's just a fun interactive game. It's Pizza Tower, so I'm gonna leave the link in the description of this as well. Stupid mouse, what are you doing? So here you basically build your own Pizza Tower. So you start here, then you go here, and you can build your way up to get, you know, the higher you go, the more passive income you get. And at a certain point, it's also pretty cool, you can choose to just sell your complete tower. So that's pretty nice, right? So if I want to sell my tower right now, I can click, get my sell my tower, get my BNB, and then done. I don't have my passive income anymore, but cool, right? Worth it, definitely sometimes, but especially not with only with money that you are willing to lose, because with a lot of these projects, you do lose your money eventually, right? Especially if you're not early enough. I want to be completely honest about that, because, you know, you get money from the people that step in after you, and these people get money from the people that step in after them, and of course they sometimes have some fees, you know, to make it sustainable. But if there are no VCs, no partners, no one, nothing that the project has as a use case to actually fund the project, then it's a Ponzi. At a certain point, no more people step in, and then you will see that the project is like, bye, right? So keep that in mind. But for now, this one is pretty cool though. So that's just what I wanted to show you. One other thing, by the way, which is kind of interesting that I just saw, and this is completely random, but this is the Bitcoin hash rate, right? So this, like here, you can also see like what is the Bitcoin hash rate. It's a metric connected to the process of Bitcoin mining. So yeah, these are the Bitcoin miners working, right? What I always, what kind of stood out to me, that this orange line is the hash rate, right? And this blue line is the Bitcoin price. Here you'll see, right here, this period right here, Bitcoin went down a lot, right? It went from $6,000 all the way to $3,000. So this was a big drop. And the miners also, sorry, yeah, no, this is completely true what I said. It came down a lot, but the miners, the hash rate also came down a lot, right? Now also, you see these bigger drops, right? Like here, we also have a very big drop in crypto. If we zoom in right here, we went from, well, basically $10,000 to $5,000 right there. That was here. And as you can see, 10K to 5K, what was that here? And as you can see, the hash rate also dropped a lot, right? Here as well, the price came down 60K all the way to, you know, 30K, and the hash rate also dropped. What I find quite funny in this bear market so far is that we do go down as well again, but the hash rate is pretty much only going up. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm not even gonna say it. All I know, it's quite interesting. So if you're looking for a good website to use, look into bitcoin.com. They have a lot of these charts, a lot of unchained data. I cannot always tell you what it means. Sometimes I just don't know what it means. But if you put all these charts next to each other, you can really make something out of it that maybe makes sense. And you can figure something out that nobody else might know. So, you know, check that out for yourself. I think this is it for now. There are a lot of more ways. And I will make a second video about this because I have another half an hour to talk about this. But for now, I don't want to make my videos too long. I always do. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Tomorrow, I will be back with 7 tools. And spoiler, that look into Bitcoin was one of them, but 7 tools, 7 websites, 7 projects that can really help you with your crypto investment to not only find this kind of information, but also to find maybe the new next best coins before anybody else does. So that's a really interesting video. Like the video if you're waiting for that. If you have an opinion about this, leave a comment. I'm very curious to know what you're thinking, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.